process of the water and the heat, the corn is indigestible. Check the next time you eat corn on the cob when you go to the bathroom the next day. Well, now you have a carbohydrate, okay, that nourishes, that gives life. So my plan the following week was, I gave a scenario to all my classmates, and I give you all the dry corn in the world, water in whatever quantity you need, cooking devices, grinding devices. You're locked in this chamber for 35 days. How do you survive? And by the way, I was the only one with a Mexican background who knew about this chemical process. I got an A. Everybody died. So, you know, ignorance is bliss. If you don't know what you're doing, how to survive becomes, you know, something that's a very basic intellectual endeavor. I mean, if you don't know how to make corn tortillas, you're gonna die. And so if you remember anything, it's how to make corn tortillas. And by the way, I also know how to make corn tortillas. Dr. Park mentioned Inter-American College that I founded 15 years ago. If I tell you that I set out to do that because I thought it was something I was going to make a lot of money doing, that's not what I did. As an attorney, I help people. That's what I do all day long. I help people who are going to be deported when I know that they shouldn't be deported back to their country. I help people come to this country who qualify to be in this country. I also defend people who are charged with crimes that they didn't commit. Police officers don't always say the truth. We collectively probably all know that, right?
Yep.
One of the first things I experienced when I came back from law school was I was jogging around Memorial Field Park in Logan Heights. I had my two dogs, and they were loose. I had a leash, but they were loose. Now, those of you who know Memorial Park, you know there's a lot of pit bulls, and Rottweilers. They're always loose. If you have your dog leash, they don't have a chance. So I was pulled over by the police, and I was given a ticket. I hadn't passed the bar exam, which is required before I'm an attorney. I was pleaded not guilty, because that's what you're supposed to do as an attorney. You go to the next appointment, and then you get a deal. Well, the deal was, oh, we've amended the claim against you. Really, what's the allegation? Violence on a police officer with fractures on a female officer, of all things. I looked at the prosecutor and I said, are you serious? Oh yeah, no. So-and-so tried to arrest you. You fled from the scene of the crime. She had to tackle you. She broke her wrist in multiple areas. I said, what? They should have tasered me or shot me to death or arrested me at the very least. I just got it. She didn't want to argue. That case went to trial, by the way, and I represented myself. And I was acquitted by a jury of 12 people. Why do we have to waste taxpayers' money on things like that? And just imagine how many Mexican-American people are charged with crimes that they did not commit and are sitting in prisons because they didn't have the skills to defend themselves, or the public defender who believed their story, or the witnesses to exonerate them. I tell that story to a lot of people that they're like, ah, it did happen. It's on the record. It's a public fact that I had this trial. Judge Dick Murphy, who became our mayor, he was our judge, and he let them do whatever they wanted. But it was very obvious to the jury that I had not been arrested the day of the crime, because I would have been booked, fingerprinted, and photographed, and post-bail. But more importantly, like I argued to the jury, I would probably not be here arguing my innocence. I'd be dead for fighting with a police officer who probably has a gun, right? So I urge all of you, I'm not against police officers. I believe that we have to have safe streets, clean neighborhoods. They're critical, especially in these extraordinarily difficult times. But the Latino population in general has got educational issues that we have to improve. Our attrition rate is the same when I was in college or in high school 30 years ago. It's 50% dropout rate from high schools. Teenage pregnancies. Kids raising kids. We have to have a culture of education. And that's why when I preach to people about education, I have something to show them. A product. A place, if you apply to Inter-American College and mention my name, you get a $1,000 discount on your tuition. Okay? Not that I'm urging you to go there. I'm just saying. I really believe this is the way out of poverty for any group, whether you're Anglo or whether you're Latino. Education is critical as the tidbits of information that I gave you earlier on. I urge you to get your education, set your sights high. Don't worry if your neighbors or your relatives say, oh, you must be a strange bird because you left your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You know, make your priority your education because, as I say, girlfriends come and boyfriends come and go. If you start a family, it's important for them to get an education, to empower them to do something in society. For me, it's a luxury to be able to be here to talk to you today, to encourage you to do everything you can, and there's going to be a lot of sacrifice on your part. You're probably going to have to move if you get into a college somewhere else. You're probably going to make some adjustments because I didn't know anybody at UCLA when I got there. I didn't have any friends over there. I met friends that are the best friends I have today are from UCLA. The professors that I met there, they're still my friends. The first violin that my kids played, it was one of my professors from law school who lent me his childhood instrument. So, skills pay bills, and I urge you to get those skills. Thank you very much for your time.
Presented to Mr. Diego Wessel for your contribution as keynote speaker at the 3rd Annual San Diego Imperial Valley TRiO Alliance Luncheon, presented this 30th day of April 2010. Thank you very much.
Thank you again for your applause.
Now we get to actually a very important part of our program because we get to hear from our students, and I think everybody who works with young students or older students, really, they do what they do because of
Mr. Wessel for your inspirational words. As Tomasa said, we're so happy and excited to see all of our students here because you are the reason why we do what we do. And so thank you for coming out. And so what we wanted to do today is have a special spot for our students to come and speak about how TRiO has helped them and just their experience in general. So without any further ado, our first student speaker is Miss Joy Diwa.
Oh, but I was in talent search too. So. Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Joy Diwa, and I've been part of SDSU's Upward Bound program for 2 years. To some high school students, post-high school and even high school isn't something that they look forward to, and I'm no exception. To be honest, without Upward Bound, I'd probably end up failing high school. Upward Bound has taught me that we all have the capabilities to reach our full potential, and that I shouldn't settle for anything less than my best. Our Upward Bound program has some of the greatest counselors, residential advisors, and teachers. These are people that work 24/7, even on vacation, to help you succeed. These are people that email you just to check up on you or write little encouraging messages on your Facebook. These are people that answer their phones at midnight when you don't know how to end your personal statement. These are people that submit quick teacher recommendations while you're away in Chicago on business trips so you can meet the deadline. Our staff work diligently and have passion for love for what they do every day, which just makes working with them even easier. The benefits of our Upward Bound program are endless. Students are guaranteed one-on-one academic advising each week. So that includes mentoring, tutoring, and career guidance. So each week you get one person or two that help you succeed through high school and help you